recently, the Russia foreign minister have to visit South Africa. As you all know that South Africa and Russia, they are partners. So, and it's been for some times now that the Russian foreign minister is been visiting all the Russian partners, you know, because they have their world organizations that they always participate time to time. So they had to visit them, and this time it was the turn for South Africa, so that they can come and explain South Africa more closely about what is happening to the other side of the world, which I'm not here to mention the name because, you know, yeah. So now, as they arrived in South Africa, they had such a very interesting conversation, right? And yesterday, in the press conference of Julius Malema, it was an opportunity which they had to ask him a question by one of the journalists to know what is his point of view about the visit of Russia foreign minister. So I don't want to say much yet, but I'm inviting you to first listen to what the Commander-in-Chief of EFF, Julius Malema, had said. Then I'll see you after that.
Mr. Malema, just Director from OSOFI here. Your reaction with regards to the high-profile visits to South Africa by Russia, USA, and the EU this week, particularly on the United States, on the Ministry of Finance being in the country. We also met various energy players within the country. Thank you.
We were so happy when the Russian foreign minister came. He was at home here. This is home, really. Russians have not done anything wrong to anyone. You have a problem, go and talk to NATO. It is the one that provoked Russia, and Russia, it is well within its right to defend itself. So the Russian foreign minister was at home. You should have looked at all the comments everywhere in the social media. Our people were so happy to have a Russian foreign minister here. So we are happy that they saw it befitting to respect us and to come to us as a way of saying we respect you and we want to give you some form of an explanation as to what is really happening in our country and all of that.
Well, guys, you have it. So we all know that South Africa remain more loyal to Russia, and the reason being is because they are very long partners for centuries and centuries. You know, in the time of apartheid and other activities that South Africa they've been through, Russia they've been there always. So and it's for that reasons, you know, they keep this friendship in a very good way. So regardless of what is happening around the world, South Africa, when it comes to that part, they don't really want to get middle. Instead, I remember the president of Republic of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa, who had asked when these things were still at the beginning. Forgive me, I'm not going to mention the name, but I'm just saying that when these things was at the beginning, you know what I mean to say, right? So he had asked them to have a proper negotiation, a peaceful negotiation between the two countries so that peace will reign. But unfortunately, since now things are more clear, we know people who are busy attacking Russia. So they are trying to protect their own interest, and that's how things get where it is today. So all these countries that they've been having some conflict with Russia, they've been trying to win other African countries or countries in the world so that they'll get to see Russia remain by themselves. And as though it coming in Africa, of course they meet South Africa, which is one of the influence country in Africa. And the message South Africa told them was that we're not gonna get involved in this. The only things we want, it is peace. We don't want what you guys are trying to create. So, and this message is South Africa was delivering it. It was not only coming from the ruling political party, which is the ANC. Instead, it was also South Africa, the ruling party, if I have to put it in that way. They were also under pressure because the opposition parties, they also come in second to support what the ruling party was saying. That don't even think to change your mind, because you know, with politics, people can change at any time. So the message was very clear that don't even think to change your mind, because we're not gonna leave Russia, who've been there for us in our hard time, for us to go and support some other people who are having their own interest, which is more obvious. And that motivates the ruling party, the President of the Republic, to remain on their side. Until today, we never heard that South Africa had fought against Russia in any way. Besides South Africa, with the whole Africa actually. And Africans, the reason why they keep on supporting Russia is because the death of Muammar Gaddafi had opened their eyes. Yes, because when Muammar Gaddafi was in power, he had things that he said. He overseen what was up to come. And he spoke, I remember back in those days, in 2011, Muammar Gaddafi, talking even with Jacob Zuma, because these same people, they had utilized President Jacob Zuma to go and see Muammar Gaddafi. And the mission they sent President Jacob Zuma to go to Gaddafi was for him to go and convince Gaddafi that he should step down. But I remember Gaddafi telling Zuma that, open your eyes and see what is up to come. This is not about me. This is about Africa. The day you'll understand this, then you will understand that you're not going to let these people to come and send you to me. Because when Jacob Zuma went there, he was like, no, Mr. President, you should step down. You can come to South Africa as an exile. We will provide everything for you. And Gaddafi laughed. It's like, Zuma, it looked like you don't even understand politics. This is not about me. This is about Africa. Later on, African leaders, they end up understand that they used them in order to eliminate Muammar Gaddafi. And beside that, they end up realizing that this is the same strategy these people, they usually do to the world's most powerful men. This is how they get to eliminate them in power. So therefore, we're not going to be part of this. If these people, they're having their own problems, they're having their own business, let them go and sort it on their own. This is not our problem. And that is how you get to see Africans so far. All of them, they have isolated themselves in all activities when it comes to that part of. And now that they remain between themselves, they are failing. Do you know why they are failing? Well, I want you to watch this part of this video, because after Malema had given his point of view about Russia foreign minister visiting South Africa, he had to comment about the United States of America, I think it's the Secretary General or what. This other lady who came here recently. Let's get to listen to what Malema had to say about her, compared to the one of Russia. Then you'll get to understand what I'm about to say to you.
We can't say the same about this one of Treasury of the USA, who was coming to steal our minerals and our wild life. I don't know what she was doing in those game farms and all of that, and the Reserve Bank, and she came here to monitor their puppet if he's following their instructions of surrendering the sovereignty of South Africa. So America can never be welcomed here in South Africa, in the African continent, because we know when they come here, they are coming to check what more can we steal and finish off this continent. So she was even going to Mpumalanga to go and run some symposiums or something on just transition and how renewables work. You can see that she was preparing to indoctrinate our people to abandon coal so that they can enjoy to build their own economies with our coal while we are swimming in darkness. We are not going to allow that. So she was not welcomed here.
Well, that is Malema sending a very loud and strong message to those people. Do you know why? Because he knows them. He knows what they have done in Africa, what they continue to do in Africa, and what they will keep on doing in Africa. So Malema, when you get to listen to him, it simply means to say that I don't want to have anything to do with these people. I don't trust them. So he had to send this message trying to tell them that even if I become the president of this country, don't you ever think that I'll ever work with you. That is the reason why he keep looking at countries such as Russia, China. You see, these other countries where, according to him, he believes that when they work with you, it is for them to win and to make you also win. So it is about win-win. But when it comes to these other countries, you know them almost. Them, they prefer to win and not you winning. That is the reason why Africa has become what it is today. So guys, it is very important to get his message here. And he was very clear. And when you get to put these two people together, try to demonstrate, you get to understand that Malema was right after all. Russia foreign minister came in South Africa. He went straight to the point, to the Union building. He held a press conference. He told people of South Africa what he came to do in South Africa. I came here to explain you exactly what is happening. I don't want you guys to be misled by anyone. This is what is going on. This is what is going on. So we're still counting on your support and everything. He packed his bags and left. The other one who came before him, she did not even go to the Union building. But she was somewhere in Mpumalanga, checking 1, 2, 3. For what reasons? That's why I get to ask a question to know, can them, as Americans, allow any person from other country to come and do what they're doing in other people's countries? So you see now the difference that proves that what Malema said, it really makes sense. So you can tell that these other people, they are coming, trying to rule you, to take over you, to control you, even within your own house. They're going around the house checking, hey, what is missing here? Hey, what need to be fixed here? Hey, what? That is how you get to see even some of them discussing about the load shedding in their parliament, such as in London. They're talking about South Africa load shedding. You know why? Because they feel like, no, we have to be there. We have to be there. We have to be there. And that is something that it does not sit okay with Malema. So with these two point of view that Malema give about these two countries, you get to understand that he knows what he's doing. And obviously, you get to understand also that from now on, we know who Malema will work with if he have to become the president of this country. Well, guys, that is what we wanted to discuss with you again in this video. Thank you so much. Do us a favor before you leave. Make sure that you hit that like button. Follow us, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Tell us also what you think about this video. I'll have time to look on it and get back to you again. But for now, continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon. Ciao, ciao.